I was told to go to the farm. I was told it was cute, that I could see animals, but what I saw was so horrifying, I can barely put it to words. I'm just kidding. It was one of the most chill experiences I've ever had in my entire life. It just doesn't make a great intro. Hello, you wonderful people. When I was doing research for that German village video, I came across one place, Mother Farm, a giant working farm out in Chiba, very close to the German village. So I asked Trevor, and we decided to jump into the aqualiner and head back to Chiba to go see Mother Farm. The farm itself is located on top of a mountain, so there's a lot of winding roads that you have to take to get to the top. And once you're up there, you are in for a beautiful treat because the vista is incredible. If it was just a squooch clear, you could see all the way to Mount Fuji. After taking that beautiful view, we decided to buy our tickets, and we found ourselves in a 250 hectare acre farm, which is just under 1 mile long. But as we walked in, we noticed that the Agrodome, which is not the Thunderdome, but they're missing out on an opportunity there, was having its first show of the day where they introduced the animals that are at the farm to you. I'm glad we saw this first because this really dipped our toes in the water of what we'd see for the rest of the day. I'd never seen an actual dog do sheep herding before, even though it's herding goats at this particular time. So that was very interesting. Little did I know we'd see a lot more of that later. This adorable pony or horse doing its own little bow, and pretty much every animal they had in the surrounding area just coming out and doing their little thing, introducing one by one. And one of the most interesting things was that the curtain actually went down on the animals with all of them waving. Well, with the human waving and that little cute pony like doing the thing with its leg. It's so adorable. And then if you were so daring, you could just go right behind the stage and go see all the animals for yourself and feed them if you wanted to. But beware, the alpaca and the llamas, they're spitters, so you don't want to get that stuff in your eye. As we were trying to keep our distance from the alpaca and the llama, we found out that New Zealand played a big part in Mother Farm as well. In fact, they had a statue of one of New Zealand's most populous residents. That's a sheep. And the only reason that I knew that before coming here is because I saw a movie called Black Sheep, a lovely little horror movie that's set in New Zealand that features mutated sheep. You should see it. But little did I know, there was another show inside the Agrodome where you could learn about all the sheep from around the world from an actual New Zealander who also, live on stage, sheared a sheep. Now, I thought that would be a traumatic and scary experience for the sheep, but it looked like it kind of enjoyed it. And from what I understand, if they don't get their wool shaved off, they will overheat and die. And I gotta admit, he did it in like 3 minutes and had a whole bit. Oh, and then they made dogs run all over the sheep. I'm not quite sure why, but it was pretty cool. And with that amazing introduction, it was finally time to start exploring this giant hillside farm. We decided to go over to the amusement area first to go see what they had. And other than a Ferris wheel, some rides, and what looks like a very interesting looking dinosaur exhibit, all separately charged, of course, the whole area kind of felt like something you'd see at a fairground in the mid-90s in America. Ice World. But it's cold in there. Yeah, minus 30 degrees. One of the most unique things there was a game where you threw balls into a ramen cup. I can honestly say I've never seen that before or anywhere else in Japan. After maximizing our time at the amusement park area, we trotted down the hill to to go see the horses. Buddy. Hi. 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 Hello. Can I pet you? Can I pet you? Hey. Hey, buddy. Wow. You're beautiful. Wow. What a majestic steed. It may sound silly to you, but after being stuck in a big city for a long time, it was really nice being surrounded by these beautiful creatures. Now, at Mother Farm, there is one big event that only happens one time a day. It happens to be right next to the stables, and that is the sheep herding spectacular, where they send out 150 sheep that are all corralled just by dogs, and it really was a spectacle. Have you ever seen sheepdogs actually do that?
No, I've never seen a sheepdog.
And then the sheepdogs corralled them all into a small corral where people could go in and go pet them. There was a little too many people in there, but it was kind of cool to see them all in one place being guarded by the sheepdogs. And then when it was time to go, they all ran out and went back to where they started from. It was a pretty cool little experience. Pretty sure after the sheep show, they decided that they wanted to promote their zip line, so people started going across that. And actually, someone went on their giant bungee jump experience, which looks extremely painful. I think every single guest at Mother Farm was at that sheep show, but for some reason, we decided to take a path up to the left that no one went to, and we found a hidden shrine inside of the park, the Mother-Child Shrine, which was absolutely beautiful and serene. Just so you are aware, you're looking at Jizo statues, the protector of children. And one of the most majestic things there was the wisteria tree, which looked beautiful. And if it was more popular, you probably wouldn't be able to get under this thing without being gobbed by tourists who desperately want their picture taken under these beautiful purple flowers. And I can't deny it. This is one of the nicest shrines I've ever been to in Japan. And it's amazing that it's tucked away in a farm in the middle of Chiba. Definitely a hidden gem. After that, we were absolutely famished, so we decided to go for lunch. And I was shocked by Trevor's choice of food.
Trevor, what'd you get for lamb chops?
Trevor, I think...
Inspiration.
Oh my goodness. Turns out everything there was made out of lamb. So I'm just as bad. While we were eating, we realized we saw a major part of the farm, but there's still a whole section we completely missed. So we headed down the hill again to go to the petting zoo area that was awfully cute. No surprise there were sheep there. There were some tortoises, a capybara that was very active, and giant rabbits that were the size of my arm. Oh, and also goats. that they warn might poop on your head. So watch out for that. Some of the farm could only be accessed by a tractor tour, which is an upgrade, but we decided just to check a sliver of that and see the cow area where we could see them pasture as well as where they milk them. And you could milk one too if you came early enough, but we were a little late. But we were on time for the pig race. Which was over in a flash. After seeing and experiencing the majority of what Mother Farm had to offer, we took one last look at the animals, breathed in that fresh mountain air, and enjoyed the flowers. For a farm that's been running since the 1960s, it's a pretty good deal. It was a lot of fun, and there was a lot to see. Just comparing this to the German village, which is in Chiba as well and offers very similar experiences, hands down, I would pick Mother Farm every single time. If you're ever in Chiba and you want to see some animals and enjoy a nice relaxing day in the Japanese hillside, I highly recommend Mother Farm. As I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. Stay groovy and have a wonderful day.